All right, we're gonna switch gears now. New tonight here on The Current, a new era is about to begin at St. Ambrose University. Next fall, SAU will launch its first ever women's wrestling program, and their head coach is a familiar face. Carley Rusk previously led the Geneseo High School girls wrestling team since it began in 2021. Last year, she earned the Illinois Wrestling Coaches Coach of the Year, and right now, she's joining us right here on The Current. Carley, thank you so much for being here. When did you realize that coaching wrestling was your passion?
I was a wrestler when I was younger, and there wasn't a lot of opportunities for girls at that time. And, just finding the way to provide that opportunity quickly became a huge passion of mine.
And then it lets you move back to your alma mater as well.
Yes.
You graduated from SAU. What made you want to make the jump from Geneseo to St. Ambrose?
Well, I felt like our Geneseo program was in such a good place, and there's so many great hands to leave it in. And I saw an opportunity to continue to grow the sport and provide more opportunities at a place that I also called home. And I was just so excited to extend that to my home of St. Ambrose. Yeah.
And obviously this is the inaugural, next year will be the inaugural year for the women's wrestling program at SAU. So you didn't wrestle when you were there, but you did play softball, is that right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you're familiar with athletics as a bee.
Yes, absolutely. I'm super excited to take what I learned from my time there and implement it into my coaching.
I love it. Well, women's wrestling has exploded over the last few years. You don't need me to tell you that. I mean, what do you think is driving this interest?
I think that it's young females are finding a different way to compete that hasn't been offered to them in a way before. And as soon as they get a taste of it, they just want to go after it.
What is it about wrestling, though? I mean, what do your athletes and you love so much?
I think it is the thought of competing not only against other people, but also themselves. You have so many mental barriers that you have to overcome. And it's not just physical strength, it's mental strength. And these girls are just finding different ways to find empowerment in themselves and drive confidence.
I love it. So looking ahead to next year, what are your goals with this inaugural season?
Our first year goal is just to, start a culture that is really shows the St. Ambrose ideals of what it's like to be a bee, be a hard worker, show respect to the name of St. Ambrose, and just really lay down that culture.
And then moving forward, I mean, I can imagine you want to win a lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're hoping to come on scene and surprise a few people.
I love it, because there's a really healthy collegiate Iowa women's wrestling culture in our area.
Yes.
I mean, what do you think is behind that?
I think that, just Iowa wrestling has been huge since, the day that wrestling has started. It's just super popular in this area, and, the University of Iowa has a great team that just has spread this area so much competition.
I love it. And now it gets to come all the way to Davenport.
Yeah.
So between now and when you start next year, what are you busy working on?
I'm working on finding girls, recruiting, going out to tournaments, watching meets, making uniforms, and getting our schedule set.
And you're obviously very familiar with the QCA. Do you see a lot of talent right here?
Absolutely. There's so much talent here. The girls here, they work hard, and that's the biggest thing we look for.
Seriously. So do you have any advice for any up-and-coming or young women that want to wrestle?
Absolutely. I would just say work hard, listen to your coaches, and make sure that you show respect to the people around you, because those are all the things that we look for in recruiting a girl.
Before I let you go, Carley, we've talked about the growth in this sport. Where do you think this could go to, and where do you want to see this sport grow to?
I would just love to see it, continue on an upward path, and girls just showing the younger generation what this sport is and how we can, make it a no stigma against it or anything like that, just a sport as like any other.
I love it.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll be cheering on Geneseo as well.
Absolutely.
Do it. Carley, thank you so much. Congratulations on your new position. We can't wait to see what you guys do next year.
Thank you.
For you guys at home, if you or your child is interested in women's wrestling, we have the recruitment forms to join this inaugural team up on our website. Just go to the As Seen on TV tab of WQAD.com.